And hello, and welcome into Holding Pattern, which is a minimalistic, incremental game that just released where you defend your galaxy against invaders. Fantastic. It just came out, also has a roguelike mode, also has an endless mode, is a lot of fun, really liking it. I did get a key from a developer, yes, but I genuinely am liking it a lot. It's actually pretty darn cool. And the developer even joined my stream at some point in the chat and whatnot and took a lot of feedback very much to heart. This game was made in 4 months, has been in development up until like 2 days ago, and it's really good. So we're just gonna head into a new game. I've been on Ascension 2 already, but like we're gonna just go into Incremental over here on a new save file and just see how it goes. We've got planet Earth over here. We can unlock other planets, which I believe is purely cosmetic. There's a lot to do if you wanna. Click 1,000 times. Why would you click in this game? It's not really a clicker game, you know? Planet Cinder. Let's go with that because it looks pretty. And this is how it works. Basically, we hold over our planet to generate units. And then, when enemies approach, we can send those units out to strike back. Right there, our units are only dealing 1 damage at the moment. That will change soon enough. That enemy is not going to get in range for us to send units there in time. So I'd rather just create more units because every spare unit gives us currently $1. And we get some cash from invaders as well. And there's bonuses as well that you can collect. And we now have a total of $19. Huzzah. We can now increase the amount of money that enemies drop. As you can see right there. And now there's other perks. But these other perks cost $25 or 100 or 25 over here or 250. As you can see, much bigger price tags than in other incremental games with skill trees and the like. Which I like a lot. You know, I like that it's more meaningful, you know, and you kind of have to work for it by defending your home planet like this. You could fail. Like, if one of them reaches our planet, we just die. There we go. And the goal is kind of to just make it through the stages and then ascend. Unlocking more stages, which is very, very cool. But you start fresh. So we're going to pick this up again. We got a lot more money this time around. There's also more enemies as we progress through the stages. Resulting in us, hopefully, getting a lot of cash soon. Let's send out units over there. We do get more cash from enemies than we do from simply stockpiling units. That was a bit risky. So I'll just do this real quick. Beyond that, we don't get the spare units reward when we fail because our units go to 0 because our planet gets destroyed. And as such, we'll just keep going. We can automatically generate units every 5 seconds. That sounds pretty good. We're going to go for that because, again, that's more economy technically, but also helps us defend a bit more, and it's less inefficient if we now end up having to target enemies, you know? Because we still generate units. Oh, well, $37 plus 1 should be 38. Oh, I think that's just the cash from invaders is the new record. Either way, we're at 39 now. We can now get Gaia's Grasp, which automatically attacks the strongest enemy every 5 seconds. Very, very good. As you can see right there, it's just doing that. We're just gonna generate units. And hope for the best as we fight towards stuff. For anyone that's wondering why I'm uploading it now and haven't been uploading for a while, I've been sick for the past 4 months. My cough is still here, but I'm hanging in there. If I just don't breathe, it's fine, you know? And there we go, we lost our first run. And as you can see, the spare units are at 0 now. We can increase, however, how much enemies drop in terms of gold. The next upgrades would be increasing how many units we generate automatically, and also just getting a flat amount of money every round. In fact, we might just save up for that. Because it pays out pretty nicely, you know? It pays out really well. Because that's just 25 bucks we get either way, you know? Eventually it becomes meaningless, mind you. It's a bit annoying when Gaia's Grass targets something that I've been targeting. But there are perks for that later on. Nice and easy. Money right there. So now we just get 25 for playing around, you know. We can attempt again. This is not going to go much better, mind you. For the most part, because we haven't invested into our offensive capabilities just yet, obviously. Hit that one. We were 1 second away. That's so unfortunate, but we did get money there. Now we can upgrade that, so now we get 50 bucks every time. It's a lot of rinse and repeating, you know? Very simplistic. As you can tell, these sounds are homemade, which I like a lot because it adds so much charm to it, you know. It's very funny. Like you see generic pew pew sounds and explosions and whatnot everywhere. There's nothing wrong with those, it just gets a bit tedious when games sound too similar. Fantastic! 137 from cash, like the cash from invaders. We had 7 spare units, and on top of that we got a bonus 50 right there, which is very, very nice. We can go ahead and upgrade the assembly line over here so that we generate units quicker, and we can get enemies that are flaming and ignite enemies when destroyed. Hell yeah. Actually an offensive upgrade. So the way that works is it just shoots a fireball at enemies. But we need to find flaming enemies first. There is one over there. Unfortunate. But fire does a lot of damage, so that's really good. Reduce the delay between sending units. Hell yeah. So we, I believe, make them quicker. Oh, this is a run that ends in a loss. We've got good money out of it. Fantastic. I do want this upgrade right here. But for the time being, we'll upgrade this one so that we get 75 bucks every round. It pays for itself automatically eventually, which is very nice, you know? There's a lot of upgrades that you get that inevitably kind of help with economy because you make it farther. And that fire spreads and does damage to units. It just took out 2 other units, which is fantastic for us. Those green enemies have a lot more health than these pink ones with that weakened 2-shot. Oof. And if we add into the upgrades now, let's maybe get these 2. Because we've been struggling, like that other upgrade that we just picked up gives us 5 units in the last 5 seconds or something, you know? Which is very, very nice because we've been struggling to create enough units, you know? We could only attack in his radius as well. But that will change. Aww. Area of effect targeting sends multiple units at once is a very, very good upgrade to get because it also unlocks a bunch of different ones, including the bouncy tips, which makes it so that units redirect when a target dies, or that they re-attack afterwards, after attacking. We've got lightning strikes over here, and we've got the fabric tear, which releases a shockwave every 12 seconds. But we first gotta get to that point, you know? Now that shoots out firebolts. Target those. And we barely made it through. Earning us a total of 293 bucks right there. To get this, we need 500 though. I am thinking I'll grab this upgrade here so that we spawn more units per tick if we do this. So now we generate 3 every time we do this. Aw, I thought I could at least kill those. Just in time. Spawn units faster. And we also generate more automatically. No, that one's attack speed. The other one was how fast the ticks are when we manually hold over our stuff. And this one's gonna help us a bunch. Unfortunate. Some flying speed would be good. Units deal more damage is amazing though, because that means we one-shot the pink guys. There we go. We now also deal more damage to these guys. I believe we still we need 3 hits. Never mind. Just 2 for the green ones. Hit this. And we did it! Huzzah! Made it through this stage. Now we can unlock the shockwave. The shockwave basically does 1 damage every few seconds, like 10 seconds or something like that. Is super useful. It appears to be 2 damage, actually. Just look at it go. Very nice. And of course we can upgrade that. Barely survived that, but I wanted to greed for the extra money that we gain. Let's upgrade this so that we earn more cash every round, and then also upgrade this so that we get more units per tick yet again. No, those guys need 3 hits. Or more, actually. And I just missed my opportunity or something. I don't know. I don't know. Let's do this and also increase our planet attack range. We upgrade after that, makes it so that our units fly faster. Unfortunate. So we're kind of hitting a wall here. So naturally, we can also go back a stage right there. And perhaps... yeah, units travel faster. Let's go with that. I want to unlock the ripple cooldown and the upgrade for the shockwave damage. Because that one unlocks a very, very good upgrades afterward. That said, for that we need more money. Because both of those upgrades are 1,500 at the first level. Those units went to waste. This time around we made it though. Let's get this for now upgraded so that we get even more money. Now 125 each round, which is pretty useful. Reduce the cooldown of Gaia's Grasp, which is that 1 automatic shot we shoot every once in a while. Gonna immediately shoot the flaming enemies because they help us out a bunch. Nice. We got another +4 at the end there, giving us a little bit more money. What we can do is we can get the bouncy tips periodically as well. And these cost more if we take one or the other. We can get some money periodically Might as well grab that, pick it up. I know that we were at 1,000. We could have saved up for a bit longer. But I like spending stuff. I completely ignored those. That's my bad. Let's try again. That fire spreading is dealing some damage to a bunch of different units here. We'll just hit that one time. We'll ignore the top right one. Because the wave is going to take care of that one. And as those get closer, we'll just move on. Alright, let's increase... Like, let's decrease the cooldown for now. Spawn an extra unit per auto generation is pretty neat. Not gonna lie. I do want a chain reaction though, because it gives us a 25% chance that ignited enemies, so enemies that are on fire right now and are taking damage over time, will turn into flaming enemies themselves, which means that when they die, they spread more fire. Is also really good. Increase the targeting radius sounds lovely. We can get poisoned for 2,000, or explosions, or a ring of fire. Ring of fire is pretty neat. Let's grab this. Which reminds me that we're still on the prior level, rather than the next one. So we should probably switch from that. Because we might be strong enough right now, right? Might be strong enough to target the higher difficulty stage. Oh, look at me being greedy. Would you look at that? Never punished. Or so I say, and then I nearly died again. Fantastic. So, what we can do is... could save up. Don't get me wrong. But more damage sounds pretty good. Because now if we go to stage 9, which is where I wanted to go originally there... Look, we deal 3 damage. I believe we still need 2 hits for these guys, right? Yeah. Because our damage is still at 2. Aw, unfortunate. I thought the shockwave would happen again. Units, can I make them deal more damage? Not yet. No. Spawn units faster, more range. More range also means that our grass penetrates one enemy is very, very good. More range also means that the shockwave goes further. Just target those. Oh, we barely made it again. Now we're just producing some extra units. Oh, look, that's a lot of money. Now we can take that. And theoretically, we could save up to 10,000 so that the Ripple also deals 15% of the maximum health of the target as bonus damage, which would be very, very good. We could, however, also just get a Ring of Fire. Or, even better, give 3 extra money per unused unit. You know, just get some extra money. Lovely. I was hoping that the wave would happen now. Keep cutting it a bit too close, you know, but it's fine. Fire seeks 1 additional target is great. Beyond that, let's grab this. Right. Another enemy there. We don't really have enough for anything. Let's go to the actual stage that we beat last. To earn some money. I keep freaking out and nearly sending units, which would be a bit wasteful. Then again, isn't money unused? Aren't units unused wasteful in and of themselves? Now we'll just focus on generating as many units as we can. We got 328 bucks for those 82 units we just produced. So if we go to the upgrades now, we've got 3,000, which is a lot. Ring of Fire does a lot of damage. So does, however, the Poison, which basically gives us a chance to spawn on hit a Poison Cloud, which then will basically just deal damage repeatedly, and it ramps up steadily. Very, very good against bosses. Beyond that, we'll also make it so that the fire seeks an additional target and that it burns longer. We'll also produce more units automatically. Fantastic. I think we're possibly good for this next stage. Lovely. There's the poison cloud. Looks like a little fart cloud. There's a lot of damage. And I thought it was weak at first, but it wasn't. You could just really burst down bosses with it. Which is actually kind of funny. To me. I want that upgrade so bad. We're just gonna move on. Ah, unfortunate. I didn't get there in time. So now there's a 25% chance that we spread the fire to more units that can then spread the fire, you know? It adds up. It ramps up over time. And we'll also just go over here and select the 11th stage. It is really nice because these enemies, we basically have to attack multiple times, but they drop a lot of cash. That was a lot of money. Let's try again. That was a special stage, I guess. Usually they don't spawn like that. You know, usually there's a lot less enemies and they're a bit rarer. Precisely because they give us so much money. 4,000 for that. We can try again. We should have it if we just survive for a bit longer than that. See, there's like sort of a normal spawn rate right there. Like seeing 1 or 2 is pretty fine. Okay, Ring of Fire. Cosmic Storm again. So that's like an event. I didn't even know that that's a thing. And I played this for like 4 hours or something. Okay, that's good to know that that's a thing. I want this. Upgrade. Really badly. Because it's gonna deal so much more damage to enemies that we ripple. Including bosses. Bosses will scale really well with that bonus damage. Wasn't quite enough. Fine, though, because we now get the Void Fracture, which is going to deal a lot of more damage. Again, 15% of the maximum HP. So that wave right there does 5 damage, you know? It's pretty good. Now we just want to reduce the cooldown of it as well. Nice. Okay, we can decrease the cooldown of it, and we can also go ahead and spawn more units per auto generation and reduce the delay between that, and also get 5 more units, you know, might as well, in the last 5 seconds. It adds up over time, you know, that's 20 more bucks, right? Not too worried about the super low ones reaching us because we've got the Ring of Fire around us still. Like, they'll just burn up as they get closer. Some of the higher health ones, though... No. Yeah, that yellow enemy just went through. Poison chance increase. Units have a chance of bouncing on hit, attacking again, which then can proc the poison. Unfortunately, we didn't get that blue enemy in the distance. Let's go ahead and get the space for elevator again, so that we're now shooting a ripple out every 8.8 seconds. And then we'll also increase our range so that we can attack enemies from further away. I'd like to get some other upgrades here. But these cost like a lot. Meanwhile, I don't know, Brute or Dark Matter over here seem pretty good. Let's get the Stellar Beam, which will occasionally just shoot out a beam that does damage. A fair bit of damage, in fact. Yep, there we go. It's a pink enemy that went through. Oof. Reduce cooldown, increase damage by +5. I like to get the chain reaction started by just igniting some enemies already. Like taking care of some ignited enemies so that they spread the fire further. But like these enemies will get through, which is bad for us. 10% chance units will retarget if the target dies. Sounds great. 5% added to the bounce chance is amazing. And then we head over into the stage again and just do our best. Because that's all we can do, right? Oh, we might just be dead here. Yeah. Not going well. But we do keep getting money, you know? Increase beam width. We can increase the shockwave damage at 3000. Let's head back to 12. That's something that I like a lot about these games. You can just kind of grind older levels. Instead of just repeatedly hitting your head against the wall, you know? Had that with Nodebuster, for instance. Had that with other games. And over here, you don't prestige until you reach the end. And then you make it a bit easier for yourself. But also there's more waves suddenly, you know? And you get a whole new mechanics in the game, you know? Small additions to your skill tree and stuff. Head into the upgrades. We got a lot of money again. And what was it that I wanted to... Oh, right. More damage for this. So now we deal 5 plus 15% of the maximum HP as damage with a shock wave. And we'll penetrate more enemies with Gaia's Grasp. And then try attempting stage 13 again. I need to stop ignoring those enemies. Let's also get this upgrade here and the 30% crit chance. 30% crit chance is pretty good. which I believe is double damage in this game. Some games do 50% more damage, which is fine, I guess, you know, just like, you know, I feel like big bonk is funnier. Just make a big bonk, you know, 200%. Instead of 150. Nice. We made it. Got another nice and easy 9,869 bucks. Nice. And now we can unlock stuff like explosions or more poison chance. I feel like more poison chance is pretty good. You know? Very, very good, in fact. And we can make our fires burn longer because I believe that would go really well. I wonder if the ignited enemies have a 25% chance to become flaming is something that triggers once they become ignited, or if it's something that triggers with each flame tick, possibly, you know? Would be good to know. I believe it's the former. And then stage 14 right here is going to be basically just that. More of the same, but with harder enemies and many more of them. But with our fire, it goes, you know, should go pretty well, as long as we don't forget that there's a planet to defend and not just enemies to destroy, you know? Which are not the same, mind you, whatsoever. 11,000 gained, huzzah. And there's 6 stages remaining. Earn money per enemy spawn. Units have a chance to grant money on hit. More chance and also more money on hit. Then we can also get some more crit chance. And go over here, and we can unlock like Overdrive, Rally Cry, and Gold Rush over here, which are cool perks, but not necessarily straight away. Our units are also now faster, which is very, very good. Unfortunate, they weren't fast enough. What we can do, though, is we could get lightning. I guess we can get lightning, you know. Like to get some of these upgrades first. Like lightning is 2,000. I mean, it's some extra damage, 15% chance to create lightning. And then more lightning damage, more lightning strikes, or another 15%. Let's go with that. Bigger radius for our thing. Reduce Guy's Grass cooldown further, maxing that out completely. Stop it. Stop getting so close to me. What the hell? What is up with these? Our resources are limited. There's nothing of worth on this planet. We'll just generate some extra units here. That then get quadrupled and paid out in money. 15,000 right there. Fantastic. Which we can use to unlock... What do we unlock? More Poison Raider sounds neat, but also... Oh, we can earn money periodically as a bonus. Supply drops happen more often. Let's go with that. And we gain +3 cash per unused unit. Sounds lovely. We'll also get more units generated automatically. And grass penetrates further and also does more damage. Because it's slowly getting... I think it's already like outclassed by most enemies having just so much more health. Stop ignoring all the enemies. Let's get more range for now, I guess. And units travel even faster. And then Gaia's Grass does more damage as well. And hopefully this will help us a little bit. Just gotta get something burning, you know? Keep getting hit. Enemies burn for longer. Gaia's Grass penetrates more enemies. Yeah, we're not sending them out quick enough. Make them faster. Confetti did some money delivery right there. They just keep getting through. We're not strong enough for this, I guess. Chance to bounce again. Set to 15 for now. Take the supply drop. Nice and easy, 17,000, and then we can maybe increase the poison chance again and also increase the damage of Gaia's Grasp furthermore. Also the width of our beam. Our beam doesn't deal too much damage quite yet, you know? It's a bit unfortunate. Let's make them redirect more often. Like if a target already dies through shockwave or whatever, and the unit is sent out. Now we're just struggling. I'm just making a fool out of myself, you know? Look, we're here for games, not for playing games well, you know? More lightning strikes, perhaps? Can upgrade that further so that it has a chance of stunning enemies or slightly stuns them, you know, slowing them down a little bit. There's a thing that slows them down as well on hit in a field. Like down here for 8,000, we can make them vulnerable and then slow them down further with other upgrades. Beyond that, lightning damage sounds pretty good because we do trigger it quite often. I'll also grab that upgrade just so that it's unlocked, you know. Because now we basically shoot our shockwave wherever we want. We definitely have to just spread out our poison. Because, like, if we hit a bunch of masses, we can just go ahead and just boop, 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 boop. Hopefully spread our poison a little bit, you know. But when it's not strong enough, clearly. Also not generating enough money to really do much about it. So what we will probably have to do is make sure that unused units provide much more and head back to 15. Where we can just take care of these guys. Take care of all of these cosmic enemies. I want their money. With 62, we get a lot of money. 620 right there. Just getting 10 bucks per unused unit is fantastic. Let's... Enemies have a chance to explode on death. Create a field that makes them vulnerable. 5% chance. Increase time warp range. Warp slow effect. More chance to do that. And more duration. Let's try 16 again. Send out our units. And in those fields, they take more damage from all sources, which is fire, which is poison, which is lightning, which is our units, the shockwave, you know, everything. 30% more damage. Just like so. Nice. We made it through 17. Fantastic. Now we could buff that up further. I guess we'll do that. So now we get 13 bucks per unit. And honestly, we've been recording for an hour. That was a very, very simplistic, minimalistic holding pattern. Honestly, very, very cool little incremental game. That also has a roguelike mode. I like the roguelike mode a lot. And I want to showcase that one in the near future. If you are interested in checking out the game for yourself, it's available on Steam. Fully released now. Very, very cool game. Available for like $5, something along those lines. Has a demo as well if you want to check that out for yourself. But it's very, very cool. Also relaxing and can get quite addictive as well. I'll be uploading something about the roguelike mode soon. And like, yeah. That was it for today. I hope you had a fantastic day. And I'll see you around until next time. Bye-bye.